So before starting the course, things were kind of okay. Things were ticking along. It was sort of everything was all right. There was nothing kind of any major issues. But I sort of felt like things could definitely be better. There were a few sort of meltdowns happening. I was resorting to shouting more than I wanted to. And I just sort of felt like there were definitely areas in which I wanted to be parenting differently to what I was. I'd read all the books, the How to Talk books, and really loved them and thought that I sort of understood them, but I've always found that there's a lot in there. And whilst parenting wouldn't necessarily remember which bit of the book I should be using, which skill I should be using. So I sort of felt like there was probably more confidence I could gain in being able to use the skills effectively. And I also spent a lot of time worrying about what other people thought about the way I was parenting, worrying about being too permissive or punishing too much, and kind of parenting in the way that I thought other people would want to see rather than parenting in the way that I felt was the best way. But also just not really being sure how to parent without punishment. We'd stopped using things like timeouts, but there were still reward charts and other various punishments, and it didn't feel right. And I kind of felt like there must be a better way of doing it, but I wasn't really quite sure where to start on that. So the thing that I really wanted to get out of the course was just a calmer family life, and just to feel a bit more confident in my parenting skills, so that I would know what skill to use where to help my children with their emotions. There's often big emotions come up, and I wanted to be able to deal with those in a way that was going to help them in the long run. And yeah, just to feel confident in those skills so that I wouldn't be worrying about what other people thought, and that actually it didn't matter what anybody else thought because I was doing what I knew is the best thing to do. So yeah, I'd say that is it. A calmer, more confident parenting for a nice, calm family life. So I think one major achievement through doing the course is that I don't shout anymore. Sometimes I raise my voice, sometimes I get frustrated, but the shouting has pretty much stopped. And I think that had just become a default reaction. And now I've got tools I can use. I've got other things that I can use instead, which are so much more effective and so much nicer for everybody. We were having a lot of problems as well with transitions, sort of coming into the house, getting shoes off, hand washing before meal times, leaving places, all those sorts of things. And I've now got a bank of ideas that I can basically just cycle through to help with those times. And a lot of it as well has been mindset, kind of changing the way I think about things, and how I feel about different situations. And you can delve really deeply into that during the course in a way that reading the books, you're never going to get that side of it. So that's been really helpful, kind of realizing where these feelings come from, and how much your own childhood or your own upbringing, or just your own ideas from life kind of impact on your parenting. So that's been really helpful as well. And just as a family, I found our communication has got better. I now have the confidence, if there's something going on, to actually just talk to the children about it. And they're only 4 and 7, so they're still only little, but we actually talk about, okay, well, this happened and this is how it made us feel, and what can we do to improve that next time. But also just the confidence to know that you don't have to do it all the time, that it's okay to have an off day, and that's all right as well. So yeah, if you're thinking about doing the course, then I can absolutely recommend it. It's made a huge difference to our family life. I think regardless of where you are with your parenting and with your family life, there's going to be something in this course that's going to really help you. Like I said at the beginning, there were no kind of really major issues. I just had this feeling that things could be better. We were kind of plodding along, ticking along. It was all okay, but there were things that I definitely wanted to change. but no kind of particular major issues. But as you go through the course, Sarah just has such great insight. She listens and she picks up on issues that you don't even necessarily realize yourself. And I would just say that each week in the coaching call, there was inevitably some kind of light bulb moment where suddenly, you know, something would click into place. Oh, that's why that happens. And, you know, then you can kind of begin to work on, well, what do we do about that? What happens next? And it was so lovely having the group coaching and being in a supportive group and having the Facebook group together, and just being able to support each other and get ideas, and all of that side of it is so good as well. And I would just say, you know, the course goes above and beyond anything that you'll get in the books. It just really helps to put those skills into real life, so that you can use them confidently. Yeah, I mean, this is going to have lasting benefits for our family, you know, for a long time. So yeah, if you're not sure whether it's for you, I really think, you know, there's something in there for everyone. So go for it. I just wanted to finish really by just saying, you know, that has been transformative for our family, and just a massive thank you to Sarah for enabling us to have this, and that it's just, yeah, it's been such a positive journey. I've learned things about myself, I've learned things about my family, and it's just made me feel so much more confident, and I just have such positivity about our family life going forward, that yeah, it's been so worthwhile to do this.